Festival of Colors, Holi being celebrated throughout the country. President, Vice President and Prime Minister greet people on the occasion. PM Modi inaugurates centenary celebrations of Mathrubhumi, says powered by talented youths, India is moving towards self-reliance. Centre advises all states, union territories to focus on aggressive and sustained genome sequencing to curb COVID-19. Meghalaya Chief Minister defends border MOU with Assam. Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council asks the state government to review the agreement. And in Sikkim, annual Buddhist festival Bhumchu begins. A very good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Ajanta Chaudhary bringing to you the stories in detail. Holi, the festival of colors, is being celebrated throughout the country today. The festival signifies the victory of good over evil and marks the onset of the spring season. President Ramnath Kovind and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu have greeted people on the occasion of Holi. In his message, the President said Holi, the festival of colors, brings joy and zeal in people's lives. He said this festival is a living example of social harmony and togetherness. The Vice President in his message said the festival of Holi is a time of family and friends to come together and rejoice in the spirit of the spontaneous, joyful celebration of life. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has extended his greetings to the people on the occasion of Holi. He expressed hope that the festival of colors will bring happiness in everyone's life. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today inaugurated the year-long celebrations of the centenary year of Malayalam daily Mathrubhumi through video conferencing. Speaking at the function, the Prime Minister paid tribute to all the leading personalities in the journey of the newspaper and said that the paper was inspired by Mahatma Gandhi and born to strengthen India's freedom struggle. He said Mathrubhumi is a key part of the glorious tradition of newspapers and periodicals founded all across India to unify the people of our nation against colonial rule. Exhorting Atmanirbhar Bharat, Prime Minister said, powered by India's talented youth, our nation is moving towards Atmanirbharta or self-reliance. He said it has helped the youth of India to move towards self-reliance.
Part of the glorious tradition of newspapers and journals founded all across India to unify the people of our nation against colonial rule. For any nation to develop, making good policy is one aspect, but to enable the policies to succeed and to ensure that large-scale.
The 14th India-Japan Annual Summit will be held tomorrow. At the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida will be undertaking an official two-day visit to New Delhi beginning tomorrow for the annual summit. Briefing media in New Delhi, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said this will be the first meeting between the two leaders. He said India-Japan have multifaceted cooperation within the ambit of their special strategic global partnership. The summit will provide an opportunity for both sides to review and strengthen bilateral cooperation in diverse areas, as well as exchange views on regional and global issues of mutual interest so as to advance partnership for peace, stability and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region and beyond. The Centre has advised all states and union territories to focus on aggressive and sustained genome sequencing and intensified surveillance and keep an overall vigil on the COVID-19 situation. It has asked to observe all precautions and not let the guard down while resuming the economic and social activities. Union Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan has written a letter to Chief Secretaries and administrators of all states and union territories in this regard. He said the resurgence has been observed in COVID-19 cases across Southeast Asia and some countries of Europe. Bhushan emphasized that there should be a continued focus on the five-fold strategy: test, track, treat, vaccination and adherence to COVID-appropriate behavior. Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju on Thursday in Rajya Sabha said that the government has been giving priority to solve issues of tribal communities across the country. thanking Prime Minister Narendra Modi for giving due recognition and care for the indigenous tribals of the country, Rijiju in a tweet said, government's mantra of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Prayas has yielded good dividend.
अरे जल जंगल जमीन तो है अपना अस्तित्व, अब इससे भी तो आगे निकलना है ना। हमको मार्केट की दुनिया में भी जाना पड़ेगा, हमको अर्बन दुनिया का क्या होता है उसमें भी तो जाना पड़ेगा। ये सिर्फ गांव में रखेंगे तो हमारा अस्तित्व है, उसको तो छेड़छाड़ नहीं कर सकते हैं। लेकिन इससे आगे निकलने का इस बजट में जो रिफ्लेक्शन हुआ है, और साथ साथ सर जो इस बार सबसे रिकॉर्ड पहली बार, मैं तो अभी भी बैठे बैठे मंत्री जी को मैं धन्यवाद दे रहे थे।
Now it's time for a short break. We will be back with more news. Till then, stay tuned.
सर आपका केवाईसी अपडेट करना है, नहीं तो अकाउंट और एटीएम कार्ड ब्लॉक हो जाएगा।
सावधान सावधान, 2.5 करोड़ का इनाम मुझे। देखिए, अनजाने कॉल्स, फर्जी ईमेल्स, लिंक्स और जाली ऐप से अपना पिन, ओटीपी, पासवर्ड कभी भी किसी के साथ शेयर न करें। आप रहेंगे सावधान तो नहीं होगा नुकसान। आरबीआई कहता है, जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back to the Northeast News Bulletin. Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma took a presentation on Act East policy and its inherent potential to steer growth of the state through connectivity development, commerce and culture. In a tweet, the Chief Minister said he took stock of the parameters for catapulting the industrial development in Assam in the robust growth trajectory. Assam government has already opened the Act East Policy Department to ensure the implementation of Act East policy in a time-bound manner. In a bid to give an impetus to farmers' agricultural output increase, Arunachal Pradesh government has launched Atmanirbhar Krishi and Bhagwani Yojana. The implementation of the scheme received good feedback from farmers' community across the state. Chief Minister Pema Khandu in a tweet said, the scheme is able to reach out to the farmers all over the state and providing them with subsidies and other benefits. The Pema Khandu government has been giving utmost importance to increase state's agricultural outputs as well as to increase farmers' income. Admitting that there are challenges and constraints associated with setting interstate boundary dispute in 6 locations, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma downplayed any move to revisit the Memorandum of Understanding signed with Assam. Even as he defended the signing of MOU between these two states on the 6 of the 12 areas of differences along the interstate boundary taken up in the first phase, the Chief Minister said extensive discussions had taken place with all stakeholders before the MOU was arrived at. He added that certain principles have to be followed during a negotiation and certain difficult decisions will have to be made. Meanwhile, the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council has asked the state government to review the Memorandum of Understanding signed with Assam. In Sikkim, annual Buddhist festival of Bhumchu commenced from today. The festival is celebrated for 2 days starting on the 14th day of the first month of Tibetan lunar calendar. This 2-day festival in Sikkim provides a deep insight into Buddhism and its rituals and beliefs. Extending warm greetings to the people of Sikkim on the auspicious occasion of Bhumchu, Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang in a tweet said, Bhumchu festival represents culture and ethos of the state. The Chief Minister prayed that the occasion brings happiness, peace and good health in the lives of people of the state. In badminton, World Championships, bronze medalist Lakshya Sen will face Lu Guangzhou of China of men's singles quarterfinals of the All England Championships in Birmingham today. In men's doubles, Indian pair of Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty also entered the quarterfinals after defeating Mark Lampers and Marvin Sedial of Germany 21-7, 21-7. In women's double, debutants Trisa Jolly and Gayatri Gopichand also advanced to last 8th stage after their 6-seeded opponents Grazia Poli and Apriyani Rahayu from Indonesia retired in the second game, lagging 14-19 after winning the first game 21-18. The unseeded Indian pair will face second seeds Lee Sho-hee and Shin Seong-shan of South Korea today. The poster of the India-Bangladesh co-production biopic Mujib, The Making of a Nation, was released on Thursday in Mumbai on the occasion of the 102nd birth anniversary of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib. The biopic on Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is being co-produced by India and Bangladesh under an audio-visual co-production agreement between the two countries. It is directed by the renowned filmmaker Shyam Benegal. Speaking about the film while unveiling the poster, director Shyam Benegal said that it has been a tough task for him to bring Sheikh Mujib's towering life on the screen. He said that the film remains a very emotional creation for him. And finally, to end the news, the main points once again. Festival of Colours, Holi, being celebrated throughout the country. President, Vice President and Prime Minister greet people on the occasion. PM Modi inaugurates centenary celebrations of Mathrubhumi, says powered by talented youths, India is moving towards self-reliance. Centre advises all states, union territories to focus on aggressive and sustained genome sequencing to curb COVID-19. Meghalaya Chief Minister defends border MOU with Assam. Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council asks state government to review the agreement. And in Sikkim, annual Buddhist festival Bhumchu begins. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.